Now we will move on to wide receivers in our men among the boys. This is the top 10 wide receivers. And remember, this is not what happened in the past. This is what you've done this year. All right, so starting at my guys on the bubble, I have Zay Flowers there and DK Metcalf. Both these guys have been really good. Zay's problem is he just doesn't catch many touchdown passes, but he's got plenty of yards. DK, catches touchdowns. He's a great red zone threat, but right now he just doesn't have that many receptions. He seems to be boom or bust. He either catches one way down the field or he's just not really there, and sometimes you have to wonder, hey, did they take him out? Was he injured? Oh, no, he's there. I see him on the field. Okay. But when he catches one, it's like, wow. And so it's a little boomer bust for me. Boomer bust doesn't get you in the top 10, unfortunately, as of this moment. So, all right. At number 10, we have George Pickens. Now, listen, George Pickens had an amazing game last game, and where I really got to give him credit, he's averaging 75 yards a game. I know he got a slow start. He has 21 receptions, and he has the 4 tutties, and frankly, that's really good. I think if it wasn't for his slow start, I think he would be higher. And I know CD was there, so CD was probably taking a lot of the, targets and, receptions before then. But now that CD's out, this is his time to shine. Build that rapport, get better. And Pickens, I know you struggle sometimes with, hey, was that a smart thing to do? Sometimes maybe you're a little too, what's the word I'm looking for? Flag-inducing. But listen, I believe in you. I like that you're in the top 10. It's crazy there's so many Cowboys there. Got to give Brian Schottenheimer a lot of credit, unfortunately, because I did not see this coming. I've said that a couple times now. I'm sorry. I just didn't see it coming. I'm glad. I really am. I just didn't see it coming. But George Pickens is having a good season so far, and it could get even better. At number 9, we have Emeka Egbuka. This is a rookie out of Ohio State for the Buccaneers. And listen, it's impossible not to be impressed with this guy. 4 touchdowns so far, 18 catches, not a lot of catches, but 70 yards a game. He caught a big long bomb, in the last game. It was a very long pass from Baker Mayfield. He just, as a rookie, has stepped in. And it's like he just understands this. You know what I mean? He just kind of comes in and he's just like, I get this. I get the NFL. He understands the routes. He understands where he's supposed to be. He understands defensive coverages. This guy is going to be a superstar. That's all there is to it. If he stays healthy, he's going to be a superstar. And right now he's number 9, and it could go higher than that throughout the season. At number 8, we have Rome Odunze. I hope I said that right. Anyway, Rome Odunze, listen, for Chicago, he has become the number 1 option for Caleb Williams. 5 touchdowns already, averaging 74 yards a game. He has 20 catches, 296 yards. I mean, he's their number 1 target, and I think a lot of people just didn't see that coming. I'm sure Bears fans probably did, but if you're not a Bears fan like I am, I did not see this guy as being the number 1 option. But he is doing some really good work, and Caleb needs that right now. He needs a wide receiver he can trust, so keep it up, brother. Seriously, that's awesome. At number 7, we have Ricky Pearsall. Yeah. And listen, I don't follow the 49ers super closely. I did not anticipate on this second-year guy being this good. When it comes to Ricky Pearsall, 81 yards a game, almost 82, 20 receptions. He doesn't have any touchdowns right now, which is kind of hurting his stock. I think his numbers would be a lot higher. He's actually 4th in receiving yards this year so far. So, I mean, he's up there, but it's just no touchdowns. I can't have you toward the top. You got to have at least a tutty. You know what I'm saying? 1, I'll kind of let you pass, but 0, it's like, dude, you just can't find the end zone? I mean, just keep running. You'll get there eventually. You know what I'm saying? Just keep running, and eventually you'll get there. No, great performance, though. He's had to deal with multiple quarterbacks. There's been a lot of injuries. Good for him. Rise above that adversity, seriously. At number 6, we have Justin Jefferson. And what's really cool about this is that Justin Jefferson, we all know, is the most talented, or at least top 2 in the league when it comes to wide receiver. Almost any quarterback can throw to him. And right now, the Vikings are going through a lot of issues, especially when it comes to quarterback. I don't know how good McCarthy is. Then Wentz comes in, he's off and on. And look, he's doing the best he can, but 326 yards, 22 receptions. He's averaging 81.5 a game, only 1 touchdown, but he's still putting up some seriously good numbers despite the fact that the Vikings are just trying to figure a lot of stuff out. And I give him a lot of credit for that. I'm not worried about Justin Jefferson. When it comes to the end of the year, he's going to be in the top like he always is. Not worried about him at all. Not even a little bit. He'll probably be number one by the time it's all said and done, but we'll see. At number 5, we have Garrett Wilson. Garrett, time and time again is a great receiver, and he's playing on a team that, again, is going through a lot of quarterback stuff. Justin Fields, some people don't think he's a top 15 quarterback. There's also the fact he was hurt for a game or two, but 311 yards, 27 receptions, a lot of 3 tutties, some great numbers with top 5. And when you consider the fact that he's had to go through those quarterback troubles with a new head coach that's defensive minded, the dude just puts up numbers. That's all he does. And he continues to put up numbers. So good for him. I think it would be scary if this guy was on a team like the Lions or Chargers or Chiefs. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine giving him a comparable quarterback? I mean, it would just be nuts. At number 3, we have, or 4, excuse me. At number 4, we have Quentin Johnston. This is a really good story. Quentin Johnston was a guy a lot of people had pegged as a bust, but they keep throwing to him. He has 22 catches for 337 yards. That's 3rd in the league. What I really like about him is he has 4 touchdowns, so he knows how to find the end zone. He's figured out that if you keep running, eventually they blow the whistle and it's a touchdown. That's great. But he's the reason that him and Allen are 2 great receivers that are really helping the Chargers get over the Justin Herbert bump. I know there's still a lot of people on the fence about Justin Herbert, and at this point, I think Herbert's glad to have Quentin Johnston. He said nothing but great things about him, and it's good to see him in the spot because a lot of people thought he was a bust, and I hope that's not the case. At number 3, excuse me, I'm one ahead of myself. Please forgive me. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Now, he is number 2 when it comes to yards, 402. He's averaging 100 yards a game. Only 1 touchdown. Wish it was a little bit better than that. That's probably what kept him out of the number 2 spot. But these numbers are just awesome. And he actually did not have that great of a game last game, if I remember correctly. He, in the first half against Arizona, was completely just not there. They didn't really target him at all. But if you figure those first 3 games, before that, he's just been phenomenal. He's been excellent. He's been a great slot option for them, and I'm sure Darnold's glad to have him. I'm sure he misses Justin Jefferson, but it's nice to come over and have another great option, especially a top 3 option. At number 2, we have Amon-Ra St. Brown. Excuse me on that. So listen, Amon-Ra St. Brown is 7th in yards at 307. He has 27 receptions, which is awesome. As far as yards at attempt, he's not, in the top. He's more toward the bottom. So why is he number 2? The 6 touchdowns. I mean, he leads the league in touchdowns right now when it comes to wide receivers, and this guy is he's such a viable option. And when you can get all those, when you're on a stacked team that has 2 elite running backs, a great quarterback, tight ends that are awesome, wide receivers all over the field, when you can stand out with 6 touchdowns and you can stand out by getting that many receptions, he is a true number 1 on that team. And I think he would be a number 1 on almost any other team. I mean, he is that good. And so for me personally, the yards, everything, the receptions with those touchdowns, he's my number 2. Absolutely. At number 1, we have Puka Nacua, and this one's kind of easy because he does only have 1 touchdown, but I don't care. When we're talking about 42 receptions, 42 receptions. Listen, number 2 is Amon-Ra St. Brown at 27. So no one has 30 yet except for Puka Nacua, and he's got 42. Also, he has 503 yards. Second place when it comes to yards is 402. So he has 101 more yards than the second place guy. He has 52 rush yards. He's number 1. He is number 1 right now. It is fantastic what he is doing. His story was awesome. He came out of nowhere. That's usually how the Ram guys are, is they come out of nowhere. And this guy's now number 1. Just incredible. Good stuff. Those are the men among the boys, or at least my top 10 when it comes to quarterback, running back, and wide receiver.